Hello and welcome back to the Stockyard Industrial Lead. I'm Eric Miller, and today is going to be another operations video since it's been 2 weeks since the last ops video. And in this particular video, I'm going to show you my new, actually I've had it for a few months, but relatively new, Union Pacific GP38-2. That is Mike's Train House MTH model. And I've been meaning to get this test run for quite a while now, so I'm finally getting around to it. What I'm going to do today is put this SoundTraxx Tsunami2 decoder in it and then get it up and running and test it and see how it goes. As many of you might know, this MTH GP38-2 needs a lot of detail work, unfortunately, including I like to put eye bolts on it. It definitely needs some grab irons. They're molded on right now, which is going to be a bit of a trick. I want to renumber it to a prototypical X-Rock Island unit number. Stuff like that, but I just want to get it tested today at least, so I've got that done with, make sure it runs well, and then I can work on the shell. And so that's what I'm going to do today. For any of you that's been following this channel, you know that I've got two locomotive projects that I've got going on right now. I've got this one that I haven't really touched since I bought the locomotive, and then I've got my kind of somewhat fantasy SPSF B23-7-S7 Super 7 project. So these two are competing for my time right now, in addition to the normal layout scenery projects that I have. But I want to get this going, and the reason I bought an MTH GP38-2 is because I'd heard that it's a decent runner, but what I really bought it for was because it actually is the correct phase for an X-Rock Island unit, and I want to model what was originally the Rock Island 4325, which then went to Missouri Pacific and then became a Union Pacific GP38-2. And so it's got the correct details for the phase, and also the lettering, the paint is spot on. So that's basically why I bought this. And so I haven't heard good things about the DCC and the sound that they use for these locomotives, and I actually just several months ago sold an SW1500 that I had this sound decoder in, so I thought, well, this will be perfect. I'll just buy this without DCC and sound, and I'll put this in it. So I'm going to put this in, I'll show you what it looks like, and then we'll give it a test run. So here we go. Okay, so here's how I have the MTH GP38-2 set up to the Tsunami2 sound decoder. So the decoder board actually fits nicely in this little plastic nest here that MTH provided. I disconnected everything else. It had some little, like, ditch lights here, and then some other LEDs. I decided to opt for my own, what I call fiber optic LEDs, that I'll put in the cab and the long hood later. So I just disconnected all that wiring, used the truck leads here and the motor leads, obviously. And these are truck leads back here, and this wire goes down to the speaker, and then got the lights. So pretty simple setup, and it actually fits really well. Right now I've got the speaker, this will turn off for a little bit, down below underneath the locomotive, where there's a mount for the speaker. I have a little sugar cube that doesn't fit with the little speaker enclosure, so I'll have to decide if I want to get a speaker that actually fits, or else modify the enclosure for this. So I'll have to decide what I want to do there. But yeah, so that's how it's set up. Pretty simple installation. Now we'll go ahead and give it a little test around the layout. And first I'll test the sounds a little bit. Obviously I haven't adjusted the horn setting. This is still set up for the SW1500 that I had. So there's the horn, the bell. So since I've already programmed this for that other locomotive I have, it still has the acceleration, deceleration, and braking and all that, so that's cool. Make sure the wires don't get snagged over there. I tried to tape the lights up there temporarily. Yeah, it seems to run pretty well. There was a little sound that I heard in there, but it might have been the tape. Just want to make sure there's not a wire rubbing. Oops. Okay. A little bit of crackling sound in there. I don't know if that's the speaker or something hitting. I'm wondering if it could be the speaker. Tried to do 2 longs, a short, and a long, but it didn't work too well. Make sure it doesn't get snagged on that platform. It actually seems to run pretty smooth. I think that crackling sound might just be the speaker. There's always one way to test it, and that's to disconnect the speaker and make sure that it's not making that sound, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So like I said, I might just opt for getting a speaker that actually fits the enclosure, some kind of round speaker like that. Yeah, we hit the dummy signal here. I don't usually have wires hanging out from my locomotives. Yeah, it's a pretty good runner. I like it, and it's a very hefty locomotive too. You can see the weights there, so I think it'll be a good runner. I'm just going to use this for the Union Pacific transfer, which comes in here into South Omaha, so it's not going to come in the layout too much. And obviously have to put the current keeper on there, and I'm hoping there should be enough room for it up in the top back part of the long hood for that current keeper to sit. So that's the only other modification. So what I'm going to do next then is probably not anytime soon, but hopefully within the next couple months, finish working on the shell, getting the details on and all that, change the number, and then I'll put it all together. In the meantime, I can order a speaker and get that working. And then we should be good to go. So I just wanted to kind of show you guys a little bit of a test here with this new MTH GP38-2 that I got, and to show you how I'm putting incorporating the speaker into it. You can see I've got a new Milwaukee Road Skytop lounge over here. That I'm going to convert that to a Union Pacific business car, so this could also kind of be a business train locomotive as well. So I kind of like to add some varnish to the layout now and then. But anyways, thanks for hanging out with me and watching this video, and I'll be back at you next week with another one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.